That's all I seem to do here lately. But, yeah. Dang on. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm always going to be an emotional person. I'm never going to not be emotional. I'm not a fucking robot. I can't fucking do that. And, like, I don't understand how people can. And I know, like, I've witnessed people that can and everything. And, I mean, that's part of their trait and characteristic and everything. And that's cool and stuff. But, anyways, this video is just going to be me talking about, like, love, kind of. Because, like, I don't know, like, it's like I'm 30. It's like, so I'm young, but I'm old. And it's like, just got my fucking license. And I don't even know if I'll really even get it because I might be owing child support. And so they might suspend it, keep it, or what the fuck ever. I have no idea because, I mean, I haven't received any papers where my parents have, like fully went after it. But you never know. Like, you never know in today's world. And the way that I feel like I'm just getting screwed and I'm getting my whole life handed, like, not in a good way. And this does not surprise me, sadly, because this has always been my life circumstances. Sorry, like, if I seem a little distracted, the cat just used his litter box and he stinks really bad. But anyways, damn, every time. Like, we just got up, or I did, or whatever, and it's all about them using the litter box. But, anyways, it's like I'm tired of being single. Like, I really am. Like, legitimate. Like, so fucking tired of it. But at the same damn time, it's like, I don't want to be in a relationship that's just bullshit. Like, I want something substantial. Like, in all honesty, like, when I got married to my husband, I didn't marry him because I wasn't ready for marriage. I married him because I was ready for marriage. And he wasn't. And marriage to me is, and that's another thing too, it's not like I was a perfect person when me and him got together. I mean, I didn't have a license. I'd never worked a job. I'd just been a stay-at-home mom to my one kid. I had not got out and been able to have independence and party and have fun or anything like that. I don't even know what it's like to go to the goddamn store when I fucking want to. Like, my life is pathetic. It really is. And it's like I'm even sitting here, like, kind of nervous because I got my license and stuff, and, like, dealing with, God, can I get a car? Like, can I really? Like, I'm so used to denying myself. And that's another thing too, is like, yeah, I had a few people occasionally, very rarely, that were like, hey, you want to hang out? When I was just stay-at-home mom, with my kid. And I'm like, I can't. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because my kid. And they're like, can't you leave it with your parents? And I'm like, for starters, it's not a it. And no, I cannot leave my child with my parents because I do not trust my parents. And then I'll be damned if they didn't go and fucking steal custody of her when she's 11 fucking years old. And so I've always been one to deny, to self-sacrifice and stuff like that. And that's like, even one time when I went out with my husband alone, well, hell, the only time I was really alone with him and not with my kid with him, he was like, you're a completely different person. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, yeah, you are. He's like, you're more fun. You're more lighthearted. And then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I am. And he's like, why is there that drastic change in you, and everything? He's like, because you're smiling more, you're laughing more, you're having more fun, you're making more wisecracks, like, and he's like, what's the deal? And I'm like, I'm not mom for a minute, and I was like, it's the first time I've not been mom, like, I had her young, and so I've been mom, I'm mom, that's who I am. And not only that, her dad didn't play a part of her in her life, so I've been dad too, you know. And I was like, and if I'm too fun, then she won't behave worth a damn at all. I was like, so yeah, you know. And he's like, okay. He's like, I get it. And then he admired me for that, like, for the longest. And I think that's where the compliments came from. Was, you know, like I said, like he used to compliment me a lot, and he used to be like, you're the best mother I've ever met. And I think that's where it stemmed from, is because he knew that I sacrificed myself and my own personal enjoyment and everything to make sure that she was always in the best hands. And I did not trust my parents to take care of her, and I don't trust them now to have her, but I trust them more than a complete and total stranger. So that's where she's at. And sometimes I even wonder about that. I wonder if she would be better with a complete and total stranger and going to state versus them having her. And the reason I lost her or whatever, for as far as I know, the only reason that they could even claim on me is that I was saying I was going to harm her, like kill her and kill me, and that I put a belt around my throat and I pulled it tight, and I was like, is this what you want? Is this what you want me to do? You know, because like our life was just falling apart, and she just kept whining every fucking day, you know. And I was like, honey, you have to give me time. I'm doing this alone. I'm doing this solo. It takes time. I can't speed up the process any more than what I am under the circumstances of everything, and under the circumstances of the way that I am too. You know, like I don't I have problems asking people for help because I was taught I was not allowed to do that, and I had to figure the shit out myself, you know? Or if I did ask, like I had to be so grateful for, like, kiss ass for a fucking year just because you did one damn thing for me and shit. And so, I mean, you know, and it wasn't literally like that, but that's the way that I was made to feel, you know. It's like, oh, I gotta be, thank you, and here's $100 if I got it, you know, and you took me to the store once, and woohoo, you know, you're the best person on the face of the planet type mentality. And it's like, that didn't pan out, that didn't work out and everything. But, like, everything just fell to hell in a handbasket. And then, like, men wanting to be in control, wanting to dictate and stuff like that. And they're supposed to be the head of the house and so on and so forth. I shot a previous video where I was like, if they're supposed to be the head of the house and they're not respecting that position, then how the hell, how the fucking hell do they expect for women to be respectful of that position? And how the hell did they expect women, because like, most men bitch about women, they're like, oh, you know, she's such a disrespectful little whore, or she's so disrespectful to me, da, 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 da. Well, look in the mirror, buddy. Look at yourself. Look at how you're treating your position, you know? And they don't get that. And that's just like even my husband. Like, I told him everything. 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 Like, and any thought that popped into my head, you know, I would tell him. And I thought he was doing the same to me, but he wasn't. And so he got curious, and so he got talking to other females, and so he wasn't respecting me and doing that, because he could have came and talked to me. He could have been like, hey, you know, there's this girl that I seen, and she passed by, and woo, you know, and she gave me her phone number, and baby, I really want to call her. I ain't even gonna fucking lie to you, you know. And I would have been like, well, if you're gonna do that, then you need to go ahead and just divorce me, because I'm not gonna put up with you cheating on me. Or, you know, like, okay, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna get this number and you're gonna call this girl, right? You know, okay, well, I'm gonna go over here and get so and so's phone number and start talking to him. Like, I mean, like, I don't know how that would have played out, if it would have been one or the other or in between that, you know, in all honesty, because we didn't live that. Instead, we lived him lying to me, and then it ruining our marriage. And so I'll never trust him again. Like, And I even tried to trust him just as a friend, and it resulted in me being very suicidal and thinking everything was my fault because he convinced me that if I would have been a better wife somehow, that, it wouldn't have been him cheating on me, and, that I deserved that because I wasn't a better wife, because I was a whiny little brat or whatever, in his opinion, or whatever he deemed me as. I don't even fucking know. And so that resulted in me putting a loaded gun to my head and pulling the trigger a few times. But that was 5 fucking years ago, and I'm over that. I'm past that, and I want my divorce. I've been wanting my divorce, and I want to move on, and I want to find one person who's going to accept all my flaws, and I'm going to accept theirs. And there's part of me that's like, well, maybe everything is right, because I'm in love with this girl, and she's not being responsive in the way that I wish she was. Oh, son of a bitch. But, she's not being responsive in the way that I wish that she was. And, like, people are so shady nowadays, it's ridiculous. Because it's like, I even wrote her before my child was taken from me, like the month before, and I was like, I don't know why. I was just venting to her like you would anybody that you care about and that you trust. I was like, I don't know why the hell, like, she just don't go live with my parents and stay with my parents. Said she fucking hates me. Said she wants to stand here and tell me that she fucking hates me. I was like, I'm working a job. I'm doing the best I can. I'm buying her everything that she wants whenever I can fucking afford it. And I was like, and I'm trying to save up money on top of that to get a damn car, to get my damn license. I was like, she's got to go to the doctor. I got to go to the doctor. I got to go to the doctor for my ankle. She's got to go to the doctor to see if she's got a cartilage disease. Then if we find out that she's got the cartilage disease, then I'll probably be like, hey, test me and see if I got it, and that would explain a lot of what's going on with me, and I was like, we're just fucked, we're just poor poverty line people that can't get shit done, and I was like, and my parents ain't that much better off, but they are, because they're more established in their lives, but that's any given with any older adults, and everything, and I was like, but, I want her home. I was like, but she's just constantly riding my ass, if you will. And I was like, and it's driving me crazy. And I'd sent that to the girl that I'm in love with, EJ, and I sent that to her, and then I'll be damned if my parents didn't end up taking her, like, a few weeks or months or days or whatever later. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, God, But I'm like, okay, God, whatever, and like, really? And you're gonna take, and I'm like, or did she have something to do with it? Did my parents, because my dad, like, he's made me paranoid as fuck. They used to drive by when I was with my husband to see if my husband was home or not, because my husband was a truck driver. One day they showed up and they knocked on the door, and they was giving us the pickup truck to ride around town because we didn't have a vehicle, and that's what we normally did and everything. And I was like, I didn't text or call you to tell you that he was home. How did you know to come drop off the truck? Oh, we were out riding around earlier and we seen that he was pulled up here. And you have to take into account that the apartment complex that I was living in, okay, it's like a fucking gully or what the fuck ever. Like, you can't really see unless you pull down into the parking area who the hell's there and who the hell ain't there. And supposedly they're riding by and they just see his truck, and it's like, and just that whole, I don't know what the hell has happened, like, or what the hell the deal is. Like, apparently men just sit around and spy on women 24/7. Like, that's what I'm fixing to get at in dealing with my life. Is like, Apparently I must be getting spied on by, anything dealing like legality wise, like with the courts and the cops and the what the fuck ever dealing with my kid, and even the women cops probably, and like I'm getting spied on by my fucking dad and his fucking friends helping him out, fucking spying on me, and my fucking ex husband and my ex, that's my kid's dad. And like that's the thing too, is like, okay, me and him are not talking, right? And like I put up that I'm in love with this girl, right? Well, it gets back to his ear, and he makes a side comment, a hateful ass comment about her. Like, can I not just be left the fuck alone? Can we as women, or who the fuck ever we are, if there's other people out there that feel like this, can we not just be left the fuck alone? Like, leave me the fuck alone. But anyways, this is all resulting in like me trying to be happy, me trying to establish my fucking life like I've been trying to do. And my parents and their obsessive, crazy, what the fuck ever shit. And like my dad, he's all like, oh, the world's a horrible place, And so I've got that mentality stuck in the back of my mind, and I'm trying to overcome it. And every time I try to overcome it, then he and his fucking friends are up my business, up my ass about everything that I do. I swear to God, like it would be shocking if like I could have sex and somebody not know about it. Like, that's how sad my life is. Like, granted, God's gonna know about it. I'm gonna know about it. I would hope that the other party would definitely know about it. And I'm just being that way to be a smartass because, like, I'm stressed out. Like, I'm fucking tired of shit. And I'm tired of people sticking their nose in other people's business when it's none of their goddamn business. Yes, if I sit here and I make it your business and I talk directly to you, and that's the reason I'm just putting it on fucking YouTube, is because it don't fucking matter, because apparently anything I say to anybody in private, it don't stay private. And that's like when I was talking to this one woman that moved in over here before we had a falling out because she lied and everything. It pissed me off, and I was just like, I'm done. That's it. I'm to the point now, you do one thing, piss me off, I'm done. I'm over it, And so when I was talking to her or whatever, I was like, I should just go ahead and just take a picture of myself naked and just put it up on the internet and be like, this is what every inch of my body looks like. This is what everything about me is like, and I was like, and better yet, I need to take a damn camera and put it up inside my damn vagina and take a picture of that shit too. Like, and be like, here you go. You gotta know, don't you? You gotta talk about it, don't you? Here you go, baby. Like, I was being a smart ass and everything, but my fucking God, that's the way that my whole life has seemed to be, because the circles that just follow me of the shit talk, and let me tell you, and did you know, and did you hear about, and and everything, and it drives me insane. It's like, I'm just trying to live my life, dude. Just trying to live my life. You're out there fucking partying and shit because I guess you can keep your mouth quiet, or whatever. Like, you're out there going to clubs, having a good time, getting drunk, and telling your stories once in a blue moon to people like me that have no fucking life. And then I'm just sitting there and I'm like, that sounds really fun. That sounds really cool, like innocent, good fun, like you're legal age to drink, you had a designated driver, you went out and you got drunk, you got plastered, and you had a good time, and that sounds really fun, man, and damn, I wish I could do that. Apparently not. Apparently, like, my life is just shit. Like, my life is literally just shit. Like, my fucking sister thinks that I'm a bitch. My fucking sister hates my guts. She thinks I'm the worst person on the face of the planet. Like, she really does. Like, sibling rivalry and competitiveness, and she's a Gemini, so they're all about competing and winning. And she thinks I'm the worst person on the face of the planet. Okay, sis, if I am just a bitch, take into account the fun that I've had in my life in comparison to the fun that you've had in your life. Have you got fucked recently? Okay, so there's one, right? You have, right? Have you got fucked in the past 6 months? Okay, there's another one. In the past year? Oh, there's another one. The past 2 years? Yep. Past 3? Mm-hmm. Past 4? Yep. Past 5? Mm-hmm. Past 6? Yep. I ain't had sex in 5 damn years, okay? That's saying a lot, okay? Concluding I actually do like sex, okay? I'm not somebody that hates it, even though the shit that happened between me and my husband, like, and the amount of emotional abuse, I guess is the best way to word it, it put a huge damper on it for me. But I've tried to not let that affect me. So, okay, so you got that going for you, right, sis? Okay. How long have you been driving? How long have you been driving? So you can hop in the car as long as you have the money, as long as you earn the money, and go where the fuck ever you want to go. There's another one. Great job, sis. Great job. You know, and then how many times do you go to Chattanooga or have been to Chattanooga to go have fun, you know, or whatever? Because we live close to Chattanooga. I shouldn't even put that out there, but we do. But how often do you get to drive that many miles to go have a good time, or even Atlanta, or where the fuck ever, you know, or anywhere, or Nashville, or where the fuck ever? Like, how much have you traveled and had fun? There you go. How much have I traveled and had fun? With mom and dad, and with my nieces, your 2 kids, you know, babysitting. Yeah, man, that was a great time. Okay. How often are you able to go do something that you want to do just for yourself? How often do you dye your fucking hair? Do you like doing that? Like, because it seems like it. How often do you get to do that? How often do you get to have fun? How often do you get to be in control of your life? How often does mom and dad's dictatorship ways just slide right off of you because you're the golden child, so they're not going to ask you because all you got to do is stomp your foot and be like, it's none of your business. And they just turn the other cheek to you. I tell them that, and they take my fucking kid from me. I tell them to put their nose out of my business, and they took my daughter from me. So call it jealousy if you want to, but it's not. It's not even jealousy anymore, because I see the type of person that I am and the type of heart that I have because of the shit that I've been through. And I see the type of person that you are and the type of heart that you lack having because of the type of person that you've been. So I try to appreciate who the fuck I am, even though you'll never appreciate who the fuck I am. And you'll only appreciate who you are because you've took on our mother's narcissistic behavior. I'm 30 and I just got my license. I'm your little sister. How many times have you offered to take me to get my license, sis? 0, right? But anyways, so yeah, so excuse me if I seem a little, particular, you know, or what the fuck ever. I would say other things, but I don't want to describe myself as that. But excuse me if, yeah, I'm a little uptight, you know, and everything. And I've been through some shit, and, like, I am who I am based upon the way that my life has unfolded and everything. But I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired of people being up my ass. I'm tired of people worrying about what the fuck I'm doing when they don't care. If somebody cared what I was doing because they genuinely love me and worry about my emotions, I would adore the hell out of that. But nobody has ever gave a shit about my emotions, about what I want. And that's the reason, I guess, kind of with EJ when we were in the car that day, and she's like, do you need, like, there was nothing that I prompted her for her to ask me that. I didn't I didn't be like, well, I need to pick up some milk or something like that, like I've been with my family, and they're like, oh, well, you can get it some other time. And they just keep on fucking driving and take me home. I didn't prompt her at all. She, out of the goodness of her own heart, was like, do you need to go anywhere else? And I done told her, I just need to go pay my power bill. And she took me. And then she asked me, out of the kindness of her own heart, do I need to go anywhere else? And I was afraid to answer her honestly, because when I've answered my family honestly, my mom and my dad, I've got shut down. Because my emotions don't matter. And that's the reason I sympathize with Dad sometimes, is because I know that Mom's the narcissistic one. Even though Dad might be too, to a degree. But Mom is the ruler for as far as that shit. And Dad's emotions don't matter. It's all about Mom's emotions, what Mom wants. Fuck Dad's emotions. I remember one time when I was with my husband, my dad came and picked me up. And I don't even know where the fuck we were going. But I was $20 away from paying rent or doing something and keep him from having to have a late charge or something, or I don't even know. Or no, maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe it was just something that I seen in the store. And I had given my mother money the day before, like gas money. And I'd given her money, I think she had to go pay for her car tag. And I gave her the money. I'd like lent it to her, but also like gave it to her. And I don't get out a lot. And so I got out with my dad, and we were like somewhere, and I seen something that I just was like, holy shit, I want that. Or something. Or else it was dealing with rent or power. I can't remember. All I know is I sat there and I denied myself. I denied what I wanted. I denied because I'd been taught that. And when you do that a lot, it upsets you a lot. And you have to live with that. And so, I started crying. And I was trying to hide that I was crying. And I don't cry a lot around my dad. Because you can't. You're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be strong. And you're not allowed to be weak. And so, when I cry, he knows, especially out of the blue, he knows something's up. And so he asked me, and he's like, Heather, what's wrong? And I think that's probably the only time I've even ever had my dad ask me what's wrong. Because he's just never cared. And so he says, Heather, what's wrong? And I just started crying even worse, like I am right now. And I said, nothing. And he said, no. He said, what's wrong? Tell me. And so I told him, and I was like, this and that, and $20, or whatever. And he's like, my God, he's like, you're crying over $20, and he's like, here. And he reached in his wallet and he gave me $20, and I was like, no. And I was like, I can't. And he's like, why can't you? And I said, because if you tell Mom that you gave me $20, she's going to get mad. Because I just gave her money the other day because she said y'all are hard up on money and y'all need money. And he just kept waving it in my face, and he's like, here, take it. And I was like, no. And he's like, if you don't take it. And so I knew, because the way he's been, so I took it. And then I stopped crying, and then we just sat silently in the car and went on about our way and everything. And he's like, if you ever need money, or whatever, he's like, let me know. And that's the thing, is it's like, I can't. Because you've made it very clear that I can't. Because the way you've treated me emotionally. And so, yeah, if I'm sitting there fixing to fucking die because I need $20, or I feel like I feel like I'm dying emotionally on the inside, and like it's my last, like, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself, then yeah, then I can ask you, for finances or any type of help or any type of emotional concern, if you will, because that's what was actually hid up under the $20 and everything. But I can't, like, you've taught me that I can't, so I don't. So I do without. And you know that I do because you do too, Dad. And so, but anyways, back to this whole EJ situation and everything. Like, I don't even know what to think about it anymore, because I think about her all the time. It's like, it's the same shit that it was with my kid's dad and my husband, and now with her. Except for it's stronger with her because I've been through 2 shitty relationships, I guess. And then I'm like, okay, maybe that's a sign from God. This is going to be a shitty relationship too. But it's like, I daydream about her all the time. And I daydream about if we were to have a life together all the time. And I try not to. And I try to stay focused on me. And all I can see is her. Because I really, really like her. And I really, really want to try to make a run with things with her. And I'm afraid to even say that I love her anymore, because she's got me doubting it because the way that she's treated me. And so I'm just like, maybe I don't love her, and maybe I just really, really like her. And then because of me not being able to get out and everything, but then even at that, like, it's not like I've never been on the, like, I'm not so sheltered that, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I was in high school and I went to dances. And so I can assume that being at a club is no better than being at a high school dance, where guys are all into you that night, they love you that night, they want to be with you that night, and everything else. And then tomorrow comes, and then they don't even remember who the hell you are, or they don't like you, or they don't care about you, or they don't give a shit. So I have that sense about me just from high school. I don't have to go to clubs to have that sense about me and everything. So it's not like if I could go to a club that I would be like very promiscuous or anything. And now, like, with a busted ankle, and I really like to dance. Or did. Like, I don't know why the fuck I'm alive anymore. I really don't. And that's another thing too, is like, whenever you fall in love with somebody, you're like, that's why I'm alive. Hell yeah, okay. And it's like that's the way that I was at first, whenever I realized that I was falling for her. Like, she's just so beautiful. She's very beautiful, and she feels that she's not, and she is. Like, she's fucking gorgeous. Like, she's just beautiful. Like, she just don't understand how pretty she is. And she's so funny. Like, she has this sense of humor about her. Like, and she's talented, and she's sweet, and she's kind, and she's a smart ass, and she's stubborn, and she's mean when she wants to be. And she's strong. She's strong physically and emotionally and mentally. Like, but I'm tired of being single. I'm really tired of it. I'm tired of being alone. And I'm tired of thinking that I'm not good enough and that I deserve to be alone. Because I'm not up to par with what society's standards are of a grown woman or whatever. I don't even know. God, I don't even know anymore. Like, yeah, you're supposed to, women and men are supposed to be together, not women and women, not men and men. But men are supposed to respect. Men are supposed to treat a certain way. Men are supposed to, and they can all change the fucking rules when they want to. A man gets fed up with women, or a man finds that he's actually attracted to another guy. Oh, it's okay for him to go from being straight to gay. Oh, I'm attracted to you. You're very handsome. I really like you. Like everything about you. You know, that's okay. But it's not okay for women to do it. And then, like, I don't even know if that's, like, coming from her or if that's, like, dealing with her family or what. Like, I have no idea. And it's like, I mean, this has been going on for almost a fucking year. Because me and her, I started work over at the same place in September, I believe. Or no? Let's see. My kid had her wreck that she was in. Well, maybe it was September. August, September, October. It was somewhere around those months. But I think it was September when I started working over there, and I met her and I was like, hi, I'm Heather. And I started talking to her about my life, and she listened, and she started talking to me about hers a little bit, just a little bit. Like, she don't talk a lot. And I was like, yeah, this and that and everything. And then we started hanging out, and I just fell for her. And then I wonder too, like, if maybe I'm idolizing her, you know. But then that's what you do when you're in love. Like, you don't necessarily idolize the person, like, entirely, but you kind of set them on a pedestal from everybody else that you know and everybody else around you. And it's not like, I mean, I had a few other people hitting on me that I could have chose to have emotionally pursued, I guess you'd say. And I didn't, because I didn't want them. Because I want you, EJ. This has been like almost a year, and like we're not even officially like even seeing each other. Like, fuck dating and being, oh, you're mine and I'm yours. No, we ain't even hanging out, seeing each other. Like, going out on dates. Like, if you want to date other people, we could discuss that. I just feel like I'm dying on the inside because of this whole situation. This has been a really long video, and I've had a bowl of cereal sitting over here since the beginning of it, so I'm gonna end it here. But, AJ, you just got me so confused, honey, and I'm done confused enough, obviously. My life has been hell, and yours has too. So let's drop the bullshit and be able to talk. Please. I love you. I really do. So for anybody else, or even EJ yourself, if you like my videos, comment, share, like, or subscribe. I'll catch you later.